Armando's dad does not want to meet Kenny. Guys, what is up? 90 Day Fiance The Other Way is finally back, and I am so excited. This upcoming Sunday, we have the new episode, but TLC released a little 30-minute sneak peek of the upcoming episode, and oh my god, it looks so good. First, we have to talk about Kenny and Armando because it breaks my heart what went down. For those of you guys that don't know, Kenny and Armando are finally going over to the town where his parents and the rest of his family live, and he wants to go and introduce Kenny to his family. The problem is, Armando's family, honestly, they aren't very supportive, and they aren't very interested in, Kenny being in a relationship, now engaged to a man. And so we got to see in this sneak peek them driving. Kenny obviously has some concerns. He's not too terribly concerned, but you can see he's nervous. Armando even did say, I have only brought 2 people over to meet my parents, my wife, who unfortunately passed away, and he said, and now you. And one of the other person, you, is a man. So obviously Armando is just absolutely nervous, and he was so uncomfortable, he was so nervous that he didn't even know if he wanted to tell his parents that he was now engaged to Kenny. So they were driving, they got there, and we got to see in the sneak peek that everyone was there, his entire family, his mom, his sister, the cousins, but nowhere could they find his dad. And his dad was the one that was really on the fence and just, I don't want to use the word hurt, but he was so uncomfortable with the fact that Armando was now in a relationship with a man, and it broke my heart to see for Armando. He really was hurt by it because obviously he wants his parents to love him. His mom was on the fence, but she definitely was still like, you are my son, I still love you, but the dad seemed a little weird. And so when we got to see them together, no one could find the dad. Finally, I think Armando was just like, where is my dad? And then his mom went inside to go look for him, and that's when we all kind of can piece it together and see that he is basically just hiding in there, not wanting to come out. And Kenneth was all standing there all awkwardly. Like, it was just so awkward and sad. Honestly, it's beyond the point of awkward. At this point, it's just sad. It breaks my heart. It sucks. And I've been saying this all season long. Kenny and Armando, if they want their engagement and maybe even marriage to work, they need to get the heck out of Mexico and go back to Florida, because I don't think anyone in that, his whole family or whatnot is going to be very supportive. At least it did not seem to be that way, and it just breaks my heart and sucks. On the bright side, it really looks like Kenny and Armando are still doing well, and Armando's daughter just seems to absolutely love Kenny. So, as a family themselves, they seem happy. It's just their outside extended family does not seem to be doing so well. And for everything else that we got to see on this sneak peek of the 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, we also saw Brittany. We didn't get to see Yazin, but we saw Brittany. She came back to Chicago. Her mom picked her up at the airport, and basically Brittany just admitted a bunch of lies and lies and lies. I cannot stand her. I also can't stand Yazin. But Brittany came back and her mom asked her, hey, how's it going in Jordan? How's it going with Yazin? And she just said, well, his family can't stand me. His family wants me to delete my social media. His family wants me to convert religions, and I don't want to do any of those things. And so you could just see Brittany's mom was like, oh, well, it's not going to work. If you aren't going to change, if you aren't going to convert into their lifestyle and religion, why would you ever think that this relationship is going to work? So clearly, at least for me, I can transparently see through Brittany. Now I know what Brittany was doing. Brittany came on this show for fame. That was it. She wanted to become famous, and I'm sure she's going to act like, no, I really loved Yazin. Okay, BS, not true. That is a bunch of crap. You can see right through it. She wanted to go there for the fame. I don't know about Yazin. Maybe Yazin was suckered to go on the show. Maybe he wanted the fame. But either way, I can now tell you with 100% certainty, after seeing her talk to her mom, you can just see she wanted the fame, she wanted to go on the show, and now I can guarantee you guys, it doesn't work between those two, and likely Brittany is just back over here in the States. Because honestly, if someone was so in love and serious with a man or a woman to move to a different country like Jordan to be with them, and the relationship was going this bad, wouldn't you have more emotions? Like Brittany was sitting there telling her mom, oh, you know, this and then that, and then she goes, I haven't told them that I'm still married and this and that. She was so casual, she had no emotions, so obviously it is fake. But more on them in a couple of minutes. But let's first fast forward over to Brittany and Ariella because we got to see them again. Ariella is just about due with that baby, and we can all see her anxiety is starting to rise. And on this sneak peek, Ariella and Brittany moved into an apartment, but the downside is, you know, Brittany basically said it is extremely expensive. So I don't know how they're planning on paying for it. I think Brittany is going to be pitching in, and then Ariella has some money too, but she kind of said, we're really pulling from like my savings account. So this lifestyle that they're trying to live will not last much longer. But they moved in. Brittany appeared to be doing the majority of the stuff. He was moving, he was doing this, he was helping out, and guess what Ariella was doing? She was complaining and complaining and complaining. I feel like she is just a gigantic complainer, and maybe a lot of you guys like her, I don't really know, but I feel like Brittany, terribly nice guy. Ariella, kind of a little bit of a spoiled brat. Like, she got to move into the apartment that she wanted to move to. She made her feel comfortable. She liked it. So they move in, and then Brittany was like, I'm really starting to kind of get nervous about money because this place is expensive. We're going to have a baby. I'm going to have to work more. And Ariella said, actually, no, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to not work and stay at home with me and the baby for at least the first month, which, hey, I get, I totally understand, but hey, life is life, and if he needs to go and make money, I feel like she should be happy that he's out trying to make money instead of, you know, out trying to meet women or just play around and not be responsible. Brittany is trying to be a responsible, grown, mature adult and provide for his family. Why is Ariella not happy? But instead of being happy, she's like mad. She was like, no, I want you to stay here with me. So I don't know where she's been intending on getting money to support her and Brittany and the baby. Like, maybe her parents will start pitching in and throwing them money. I really don't know, but it just seems like she is so snobby, kind of like, I just don't like it. So I feel bad for Brittany, but once again, more on them in a couple seconds. Let's also fast forward over to Tim and Lisa because we got to see a very big spoiler with that couple. Now, obviously, I'm sure you guys all remember that, yes, Tim did cheat on Lisa. He was not faithful. And if you don't remember, I don't know how, because every 3 seconds, Tim brings it up. But we all know he cheated. It sounds like Tim was not the only one that was kind of messing around, because Lisa, she met up with her brother on this little sneak peek, and she did admit in front of the cameras that she was introduced to another man after she found out that Tim cheated, and they kind of had a little bit of a fling for some period of time. But she claimed that, hey, when after Tim cheated, we weren't really obviously together, like we were kind of on a break, and so I was seeing someone else. Now, I get that Lisa was probably really hurt, she was devastated, she was just probably felt awful, and so she met someone else, maybe just to kind of get back at Tim, but she never told Tim. And she was kind of standing there saying, do I even have to tell the guy? I mean, like, he cheated on me first, he did something wrong, and we were in a break in our relationship, and I met someone else for a short period. So does she have to tell them? I don't know. If I was Lisa and I got cheated on and I was in her exact same shoes, honestly, I feel like I wouldn't really think I would need to tell Tim, you know, what exactly went down, because he cheated first and he lied. He did something wrong. Lisa was hurt. But put in the comments below what you guys think, because I am really curious if you guys agree or disagree. But I feel like Lisa, I kind of don't blame her for not retaliating, but kind of, you know, trying to kind of do her own thing after Tim cheated. So she was standing there saying, well, geez, do I tell him? Do I not? If I could only imagine, I'm sure that the 90 Day Fiance producers are going to like force her to tell Tim just so we can see Tim's reaction. And likely, more than likely, because Tim is so he's so odd and weird, he'll probably just freak out and just say, I'm going back to America, this is done, which would be by far the best thing for these two. They're a horrible couple, nothing in common, no chemistry whatsoever. And you know, you guys might think that Melissa retaliating and meeting another man is wrong and not good, and we can agree to disagree. I just feel like if they were on a break after he cheated, she should be allowed to see whoever she wants to see. I mean, can't you guys at least agree with that? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she shouldn't have done that. I never like a cheater, and so I'm still just not a fan of Tim. So guys, it looks like the new 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, you know, the part 2 of this season is going to be good. I am so curious how all this quarantine stuff kind of plays into the season. We will have to wait and see, but we're really gonna have to wait and see, honestly, what happens with Kenny and Armando and just Armando's family, because as we saw in the sneak peek, it did not look good, and it just breaks my heart. And I've also seen in another sneak peek that Kenny and Armando, they filed to get a marriage license, I believe, in Mexico, and it looks like they actually get denied, which just, oh my God. It sucks to see these two. I mean, I really feel bad for these two guys. I wish them nothing but the best, but I always feel like they're going to continue to have issues when they're in Mexico. And Brittany and Yazin, yeah, is there one person out there that actually likes these two as a couple? I mean, come on. You guys will have to see. And if you have the TLC Go app, check out this sneak peek for yourself, but you will see that Brittany had no emotions whatsoever, and she also had like no issue just completely lying that she is still married. So comment below if any of you guys like Brittany and Yazin. I mean, it's one thing if you guys like them separately as people, I guess, but as a couple, no way. And even as people, I'm kind of just like, yeah, I'm not even really a big fan, because Brittany, she has proven herself as kind of a liar, and Yazin, he has a hot head, and he seems to kind of be a liar himself too. So guys, make sure to comment below what you guys think of all of these couples. And like I said, if you have Hulu or the TLC Go app or cable, check out this sneak peek. It is very good. And like I said, I think we are going to be in for a phenomenal part 2, I guess, of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. So make sure to comment below, tap that like button if you enjoyed this video, and please stay tuned for many more videos.